crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bears will put it away to start the game. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To the air, it's Underwood. Got his man out of the backfield. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep them out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force them either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
They'll give it to him again. Got some room into the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand off from the shotgun. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for space. It's Braswell.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. White going to attack through the air. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Toss to the outside. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a 3rd down.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? And the Bears had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. White wants to throw it. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give to the lone running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll be smacked to the ground. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes a grab down the middle. Off to the races. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. White going to attack through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a... Here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Underwood. They go to the wide receiver screen. At the 45 on his way. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. All alone as he catches it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Got the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there. No.
There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. White wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on 3rd down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing. Great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Now they'll try the right side. Finds a little space. Turning it on! They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man to the left. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. Fights off a defender. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And with the extra points, the score is 28-6. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These corners going to give them some space. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The play action fake. Rush is on him. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
White going to attack through the air. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, he's got.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or
breaks into the open. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. White wants to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. The screen, he's got wheels. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Trying play action. Gets away from one. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
White going to attack through the air. A little screen to the running back. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. He leaves it with his back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He might want another play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. White wants to throw it. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying the left side. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. The lone back's got it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. A little release to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Green. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Now improvising. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
Coming up, 4th down.
Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. For it. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Quick release on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. White going to attack through the air. A lot of defenders around on that screen. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Looking to scramble. Finds his tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He caught it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. White wants to throw it. Might be looking to run. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds a crease at the 20. Snowed under by the defense.
Man, too little, too late. Where was this earlier in the game? They could have used that explosive play earlier when this game was close. But obviously these guys are still out here. They're still competing. They're going to keep fighting until there's zeros on the clock. But they need more plays like that earlier in games moving forward.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Defensively, the more speed you have on the field, the better. Not just to cover wide receivers, but when the QB does this and scrambles outside the pocket, now you got guys that have really good speed going to catch a quarterback, an athletic quarterback at that. Really nice job by the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that